The tuning exams. A calm little test to see what 12-year-old kids are going to be able to go out on life-threatening missions. Hopefully they don't run into these guys though. We remember what happened last time. Right, Itachi? Starting off, we got everybody running in the forest of death, including these dudes. They look like they pushed in 30, so no way they finna be relevant. Y'all supposed to be filing somebody's taxes right now. Then my goat hype up the squad, even though it's really a constant 2v3 for them. I wonder why. So as soon as they walk in, they get shook because people already out there screaming. But guess what Choji doing? But anyway, that man Naruto is not worried, so he go to use the bathroom and Sakura try to sneak a peek, pulling up and smacking his head, giving Boruto CTE cause no way this not generational. Anyway, he comes back after finishing and Sasuke hating that Sakura got to peek a little Naruto, so he pull up and smack the whiskers off her bro, sending him flying into a tree.
I'm like, what he say fuck me for?
So then as he sit there, bro pull back up, kicking him, making him do a rolling flip, then hopping into a tree just to get kicked right back down. But how did Sasuke's leg bend enough for that? Bro had to barely make contact. They wouldn't even have called that a foul in the 80s. So they get back on the ground before clashing, going back and forth until Sasuke started explaining that this ain't the real Naruto. It's actually some ugly mosquito looking dude who was just trying to sneak him. He rushes in with this psychotic ass run, so Sasuke jumps up and spams fireballs that all get dodged. So then they clash in the air and we see Naruto on the ground tied up, flopping like an bead. Sasuke throws a kunai, cutting him loose as Mosquito Man throws kunai with some pepper bombs on it that blow up right in Sasuke's face, sending him falling into the dirt. And that lets bro sneak up and jump scare him from behind. So now it's Sakura's turn, and we all know how she get down, so she used her signature move, the summoning technique. It distracts him as we see a kunai come flying in, making bro jump out the way, and then that Naruto pull up to save the day. But this man Sasuke steps on the kunai like a hoverboard, then airbends it to Mosquito Man and jumping up doing whatever this is as dude dodges just to catch a kunai straight to the diaphragm before kicking him off as he just fly through the air leaking crazy before skedaddling up out of there. Sasuke lands hitting a mean squat, and then everybody sits around as they come up with the password so they don't get snuck again. Sasuke end up seeing the whole encyclopedia, making Naruto short circuit cause Sasuke knew this man IQ was only like 16. He is not built for this. So then they start getting up to leave when Naruto cheek get cut by something, giving him an extra whisker, and they look into the woods as this random ass fat gust of wind come blowing in hard as hell, messing up this fat chunk of the forest before we see them three elderly ass from earlier standing there. And this man Sasuke just chilling under a bush. Like, bro, this is your group leader? If I would have pulled up on him and saw this, I would have instantly turned into Killmonger. No way this is your king. Sakura pulls up and says the password, and then Naruto pull up and say it too. But buddy, you're not fooling anybody. I know your game. Sasuke realizes and throws another kunai, but Naruto dodges and lands like he finna get some morning until we see him do the freakiest junk I ever seen Naruto do, licking his lips like EDP at a bakery. As it's revealed, whole time, bro is a fraud. And a woman. So they just keep on yapping, turning Orochimaru on before we see this dude Naruto laid up against the tree, but all up in the air steaming like he just left Diddy house. And then we see this fat ass snake sitting in front of him, leaving Naruto speechless. And I do not blame him, cause this is probably how all y'all was when Drake got leaked. It starts slithering up like prime Randy Orton and pounces at him, but gets dodged before just snatching bro up, constricting him with his tail, and then swallowing our beloved main character whole in one gulp, just like how his owner taught him. But anyway, speaking of, we go back to see Orochimaru taking out his scroll and proceeding to deep throat it with the most elite form and efficiency I've ever seen. And really sitting here thinking about it, I wonder how Orochimaru knew he could even do this. I bet Jiraiya know. Like, I'm talking Steph Curry type of efficiency. So now I realize again why Jiraiya was so upset about bro leaving and becoming evil, cause we all know how he get down. So Sasuke and Sakura see this and go into shock, and I don't know if this genjutsu or if that's just the kind of aura Orochimaru got, cause we just see them both get murked repeatedly. And seeing this literally made Sasuke throw up while she's just standing over there froze. Blood ain't moved in 40 minutes. So Sakura just sitting there shaking and crying before it goes back to Naruto and this snake's guts trying to poke his way out, just to get swallowed up even more. Sasuke and Sakura really over there fighting for their life, and Naruto just over there living every man's dream. But we go back to see Sasuke being so scared he can barely even move, so he starts shaking and quivering his way into grabbing his kunai and very slowly getting up as Orochimaru start walking him down, talking trash, then lining up some kunai and just flicking them. Then it goes back and we see Sasuke and Sakura actually chilling on a tree, cause what we actually saw earlier was Sasuke hitting his own leg with the kunai before saving Sakura, cause he's really a W mans. He know he gonna need that human shield for later. Damn. So then we go back to see Naruto in here realizing he never got his 1v1 with Sasuke, making him lock in and spam shadow clones. They'd eventually end up blowing the whole snake up into pieces, just for another one to pull up behind Sasuke and Sakura while they up here doing whatever this is. Like, ain't no way you finna tell me y'all ain't hear this big ass snake slither up behind y'all. It's like telling me you wouldn't hear Lizzo walking walking downstairs. Like, come on, bro, let's be for real. But they both end up jumping out the way as it follow up on Sasuke. And y'all wanna know what this man does to defend himself? He throws 6 shuriken. And that shit worked! This gotta be the biggest fraud I've ever seen in my life. This is the equivalent of a grown man getting packed up by like 6 paper cuts. There just ain't no way. And look at him, he really leaking like he was fighting some comp like Scarlet Witch or something. Just for us to see this freak Orochimaru popping up from inside the snake, flicking his tongue around like that one scene from White Chicks, before pouncing and slithering up the tree towards Sasuke as some random ass shuriken and kunai hit in front of him. So I'm like, yes sir, that girl Sakura finally beat the useless allegations using her ultimate attack. That's what I'm talking about. Before we see the GOAT way back here hitting that I'm him pose, cause we all know that Sakura was not finna help. She knew she had to save that ultimate attack for the Leaf fight, but this is when the show goes from part 1 Naruto to Naruto 6 deadly frames. Sakura immediately gets to hating, looking like this. Somebody drew this frame on their lunch break. They was not taking her serious. But to make it worse, the literal next frame is this. Look. There ain't no way you can convince me they saw this and was like, oh yeah, they finna love this one. But then Sasuke get to hating, trying to get Naruto to run away because he can't hang with Orochimaru. Like, this man still ain't accepted the fact that he's not the main character. Just because you can hang, buddy, don't mean the literal title of the show can. So then Orochimaru started glazing while she's still stretched out around the tree looking limp as hell. Naruto started telling her to slither up out of there before he turned her into a pair of boots. And me being the man that I am, I love the dog. But what I don't respect is whatever the freak this is. This man is not Naruto. Get this fraud off of my screen. But then Sasuke turned off his Sharingan and tells Orochimaru she can have the scroll, making Naruto hit us with this. So then he throws over the scroll, but we see something fly through, snatching it up. So I'm hyped because Sakura finally locked in and helped for sure this time, right? Nope. Till we see Naruto with the scroll in hand and jumping off a tree back to beside Sasuke before hitting this man with the right hook from hell, sending spaghetti sauce everywhere. So then Naruto started yapping, claiming that this is actually a fake Sasuke because the real Sasuke wouldn't be out here acting like a bitch. And hearing that got him looking like this. Straight bamboozled as Naruto go on saying that Sasuke choked like James Harden in the playoffs. And even Orochimaru agreed before she hit us with this nasty ass jump. And then hits one of the cleanest summonings I've seen in the show, bringing out another fat ass snake that ends up attacking with his tail, making Naruto activate that Ultra Instinct. Psych! Bro ends up getting sent flying down like 3 trees before finally landing, cracking 7 vertebrae out of place and getting scoliosis. But then bro just keeps on falling and straight over the snake too before his eyes open and yes sir, you already know what this means. He flips over mid-air and comes down with an ass kick right on the nose before folding back in and spazzing, getting like 13 minks in before the snake licks him up out of there. But bro just charges right back in before getting hit with some nasty looking fire. Orochimaru definitely been hanging around young boy too much, sending Naruto flying through even more trees and landing directly on his spine again. Bro finna try to stand up and walk and instantly start folding. So then Orochimaru and the snake pounce at Sasuke as he just stands there in complete shock before we see my goat in front of the snake holding it back like that Spider-Man train scene before hitting us with this bar.
Hey kid, you're not hurt, are ya? You scaredy cat!
Just to get slurped up by Orochimaru and held up in the air before getting this whole little power up sealed away, while this man Sasuke is still just standing there. Like, bro, no way we got a team with 2 Sakuras on it at the same time. They are setting my boy up. So now Naruto ends up taking a nap and Orochimaru takes a scroll out of his bag. They just yeets him out of there. But Sakura throws a kunai, sticking him into a tree with some beautiful accuracy, because she definitely could have just ended the whole series right then and there. But then she actually started cooking Sasuke, pretty much calling him a bitch, giving him PTSD of this fake ass Itachi before he finally locks in. So Orochimaru gets a snake out of there so they can run the ones. And this gives Sasuke another moment of realization. Okay, this is it. Deep breath. You got this, Sasuke. You are the main character. Oh yeah, I'm ready now. Showtime. Orochimaru senses the aura and readies up as Sasuke pulls out a kunai, ready to get to work, before rushing in with the Zabuza technique, jumping in the air, getting crazy hang time, and giving us a couple of these absolutely beautiful frames, beaming down some kunai that gets easily weaved as he jumps in, spamming kicks, then floats over and gets a nice whiff of them Orochimaru feet after she power pole extending her leg before she starts flash stepping towards him as they take turns bobbing and weaving, before Sasuke steps back, giving us the defensive masterclass looking like Prime Kawada, then kicking, making Orochimaru jump over him, then start running so fast his face is melting as she just starts zooming through the forest, thinking my guy can't keep up. But like, dog, do you not see this? So she tries to crash down on him, but he jumps out the way and gives us more absolute peak frames as he spams fireballs before shooting his hot ass breath, literally trying to cook this woman, making a whole fire tornado that she just blitzes out of before going for a swipe that he jumps out of the way of before doing this. And I don't know what it is, but it is definitely tough. So then she airbends over some wind that he parkour dodges as it destroys the tree before he ends up jumping down and grabbing her waist, flips her over and punishing her. my bad, wrong video, and start beaming down the forest straight into a tree, completely eviscerating her cranium. Had her brain in there hitting the John Wall Dougie on like 10 times speed, and now she's sitting there stiff as hell on the branch, while Sasuke's still gripping the mess out of her before the arms go limp, and he hops back as her legs get limp too, over there looking crazy. Probably how Meat Meal be looking when he finished his sleepover. Then her face started tweaking, and we see that it was just a chocolate mud clone, as Sasuke gets sprayed with hella kunai like she was shooting him out with a minigun. So he cartwheels out of there, then jumps off the tree, bringing out wires, going on a swing through the forest, thinking he Itachi, just to land with the Orochimaru sprinting towards him, obliterating this man's face. Like, who is that? And then she hit him with the 1-2 and grabs him by the hair, pulling him into a knee, then sends his ass flying. She stands over his body talking crazy like she got a mean and one, as it zooms in on some Christmas bells on her clothes. They just explode, making her take a knee as Sasuke flips out of there, spamming more shuriken, while she looks in amazement, just to get snatched up and tied up against the tree. And now look at her, like she finna cry. This is what your ass get. I heard trying to act like Josh get it, but my boy is not finished. He cast a dragon flame jutsu, sending it straight down the wires, flaming this lady, even putting a hole through the tree, and she just gotta stand there burning, getting roasted. Finna be a ninja version of Freddy Krueger, until for no reason they show us Naruto still slumped on the tree. Like, come on now, was that necessary? We knew his ass was asleep. So it goes back to her slumped over moaning, and Sasuke standing with the Gatorade logo as Sakura comes running down with perfect timing and that sassy ass run. But it goes back to Orochimaru just walking off the tree, breaking the wires like they wasn't nothing, before casting that paralyzing jutsu or whatever she did from earlier, and then starts talking to him crazy again as her voice slowly starts to change. So low key she's sounding a little more masculine, a little creepier too. They even got a different type of headband, and not to mention a whole other face layer under the last one. But then they start talking about Itachi as his dollar store Freddy Krueger looking dude pull out the scroll, burning it with some green flames. I don't know how the freak he did that shit. Then he cast a jutsu, extending his neck crazy, going straight at Sasuke, giving him a mean hit, and then going back soft as we get introduced to the curse mark as he like melts into the tree, never to be seen again. Right?